All right, I want to talk about something I've been dealing with lately, and that is imposter syndrome. If you have following the channel, you know I've been running a business with my brother, and we're in the midst of a big pivot. And throughout this journey in general, I can't help but falling back on this idea of, am I not where I'm supposed to be? Am I doing something that's maybe out of my reach here? And these are normal things to think, I know, as humans, we naturally, our brains, sprout this doubt into our mind at times. And I don't listen to it for sure. I observe these thoughts. I don't let them consume me, but I'm thinking, I kind of want to go over the ways that I get out of these slumps, right? Get out of these negative mindsets that, where negative thoughts are sprouting into my mind. And the best way I do that is, well, one, I tell myself that I am the person I'm meant to be, and I know I'm meant to be here, but also I look at external examples of people who were also, bit off maybe more than they could chew, but figured out how to chew it. The first example that comes to mind is Curry Barker. For those who don't know him, he's a young and up-and-coming director. He just released a movie called Obsession, and it is going ballistic right now. It's like the budget they had was under $1 million, and it's projected to do over 100 million, which is absolutely insane and record breaking. I think he was going to school for what he wanted to go to school for, but dropped out to just do it. He stopped. He didn't think about finishing his degree or anything like that. He just knew what he wanted to do and he did it. And he started his filmmaking career, I guess you can say, as a comedy sketch actor, producer, writer on YouTube. And he grew this YouTube channel to crazy success, and then started producing and starring in films. And now he is a well-known director that is going to have much success throughout his career. I'm pretty sure he's already on the next project. So that's insane. But the point is, this kid came from being a C to D student in school. He wasn't anybody well known for being a producer, or I know YouTube is along the lines of that, but it's obviously a pretty drastic jump, I would argue, from being a YouTuber to a producer. But here's the thing. He didn't let the limitations of the difference between being a YouTuber and producer stop him. He just did it because he knew it's what he wanted to do. He stopped saying, I'm going to do this, and he just actually did it. He dropped out of school to pursue it because he was so confident in himself. He was so set on what he wanted to do that he just fucking did it. So if you're in a position and you feel like imposter syndrome's kind of eating at you, you're pursuing a route that is different than what you studied in school. Maybe it's different than what you know. Eliminate any limiting beliefs that say you can't do it. Because I promise you, if you put enough time, enough effort, enough belief in yourself, anything is fucking possible. What are you going to do otherwise? Are you just going to quit and stop and go home? Right? Like, that's another big thing that I have really gathered from this journey. It's like, I could be at this for years and I'm not going to stop until I figure out how to make it work. I'm just going to keep going. And that's what Curry Barker did. That's what many of these successful people have. That's their common trait. It's that they didn't stop. Think about Tom Brady, for example. This guy was, for lack of a better term, a chud when he entered the NFL draft. He was not athletic. He was like fourth on the depth chart at Michigan. Obviously, he worked his way up to Michigan, but then he was the backup on the Patriots, got an opportunity and seized it because he was prepared, because he put in the work and he knew his time was coming. He didn't let this imposter syndrome enter his mind and plague his mind because he knew he was exactly where he was meant to be. He put in the work to get there. So if you feel like how I was feeling earlier, having this imposter syndrome, thinking that maybe you're not meant to be somewhere that you are, put in the work to prove that you are meant to be there. Prove to yourself that you are by doing the work. Do you get what I'm saying? You eliminate imposter syndrome by proving to yourself that you have the expertise, you have the knowledge. You may not have the success, the fame, whatever it is that you're going for yet, but you have what it takes to get there. And when you get your opportunity, like Tom Brady, like Curry Barker, you will take advantage of it. I think imposter syndrome is just another way to say anxiety, and anxiety is okay. But to some degree, I also believe anxiety is just a lack of action. And when you feel anxious about something, it's alluding to a lack of confidence, and that lack of confidence comes from the lack of work. And I'm admitting this as somebody who feels this way about myself. I think I haven't put enough work in yet to get what I want to get. And even when I get to a point where I've gotten my goals now, I'm going to further my goals. It's like what Matthew McConaughey says. I'm chasing the version of myself that's 10 years older. And then when I'm that age, I'm chasing the version of that person that's 10 years older. But I'll never truly be my dream self because I'm always chasing a better version of myself. So if you're feeling anxious from imposter syndrome, you feel like you're somewhere that maybe you shouldn't be, prove to yourself by working, by learning, that you are somebody that deserves to be there. Thank you for watching.